Sister Wives Janelle Brown gets emotional over money raised in son's honor. Sister Wives star Janelle Brown got emotional over the support she received following son Garrison's unexpected death. "I have been brought to tears again. I'm being told about everyone's donations to at High Country Humane at Arcade Sanctuary in Garrison's name," she captioned an Instagram post on Tuesday, March 12. "Thank you for all your generosity. It means so much." The cats he adopted from both agencies were so important to him. He loved being a cat dad. Brown 54 included 2 photos of Garrison, born Robert Garrison Brown, with several of his cats. In addition to Garrison, Janelle shares kids Logan, 29, Maddie, 28, Hunter, 26, Gabriel, 21, and Savannah, 18, with ex-husband Cody Brown, whom she separated from in December 2022. Cody, 55, is also a father of 12 other children, with exes Mary Brown and Christine Brown and wife Robin Brown. Janelle confirmed on March 5 that Garrison died by suicide at the age of 25. Most shocking celebrity deaths of all time. "Cody and I are deeply saddened to announce the loss of our beautiful boy, Robert Garrison Brown," Janelle and Cody wrote in a joint Instagram statement. "He was a bright spot in the lives of all who knew him. His loss will leave such a big hole in our lives that it takes our breath away. We ask that you please respect our privacy and join us in honoring his memory." In a police report obtained by News Weekly, law enforcement noted that Garrison had been found unconscious in his Flagstaff, Arizona, apartment following an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Sister Wives Cody and Janelle Brown's family died to 6 kids. Garrison's cousin Emma Brown shared that the family held a funeral for him 4 days after his death. "Dear Robert, I had to dress up for your funeral today, and this is everything I wish you could have heard before I had to say goodbye. We love you," Emma wrote via Instagram on Saturday, March 9. "I don't even own a picture of you without your contagious smile. I don't know if I have the right words to say I'll miss you. I wish I was able to give you a hug and tell you how much you were loved. You were human, you had flaws, but never once did I doubt the friendship we had." Celebrity deaths of 2024. Stars we lost this year. Emma said she would always cherish the memories she shared with Garrison. "We planned to go on so many backpacking trips, but only made it to one. I'll miss your goofy dad jokes, our coffee runs, the dinners we shared," she added. "The times we watched movies and you always let me put messy face masks all over our faces. You always made sure that I had ate, and made sure I knew I could always talk to you. You were a son, a brother, a soldier, and a friend. If there is a God, I hope he's giving you peace. I love you, Robert. If you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, help is available. Call or text 988 or chat at 988lifeline.org. Dave Coulier shares emotional voicemail from Bob Saget, an audio hug. Dave Coulier paid tribute to his late friend Bob Saget by sharing a moving voicemail from before his death. Coulier, 64, was joined by Saget's widow, Kelly Rizzo, during the Friday, March 29, episode of Full House Rewind, where he played the touching voice message for listeners. "When my brother Danny took his own life in 2021, Bob was the first person who called me and left a voicemail," Coulier shared. "It was an audio hug. I love Bob and he loved me too. I'd like to close this episode by playing that voicemail message that Bob left for me. Maybe someday you can pass along the same kind of compassion for someone you love." In the message, Saget's voice broke with emotion as he expressed his condolences. "I know it's not a time to call, but I'm right here 24/7 right now, right here," the Full House alum said. "I love you, Dave, and I'm so sorry, Dave. I loved him. I'm so sorry, so I'm here. I'm here 24/7, just call me anytime. Doesn't have to be now, it can be a week, whenever. I'd just talk to you and listen. I love you so much." Full House casts quotes about Bob Saget through the years. Me Namo. Sajid died at the age of 65 in January 2022 after being found unresponsive in his Orlando, Florida, hotel room. His family shared in a statement that authorities determined Sajid experienced head trauma after an accidental fall. Sajid was mourned less than 1 week later during a private funeral service packed with former co-stars including Coolier, John Stamos, Candace Cameron Bure, and Jodie Sweetin. Coolier, who worked with Sajid on Full House and the Fuller House reboot, has since been candid about the pain of losing his close friend. While appearing on Tamron Hall in May 2022, Coolier revealed that his sobriety had become a useful tool while grieving. "I definitely went through the sorrow hat trick, so to speak," the actor said. "My brother took his own life, and he was actually the funniest person I've ever known. My brother Dan. I was the one who found him at my dad's house down in the basement. A part of me died that day as well, because I really loved my brother." Full House stars. Then and now. He added, "I made jokes to my friends and family and the line was, 'Boy, I sure picked the wrong time in my life to stop drinking.' And people would laugh at that knowing I was sober. And then my father passed away a couple of months ago, and I got to say all of the things that a son could say to his father about how proud I was." Coolier went on to share the last interaction he had with Sajid, recounting that the pair texted back and forth, and were making each other laugh very hard. "The last thing I said to him was, 'Have a great show tonight,'" he recounted. "That was my last real connection with Bob." Dave Coolier shares emotional 2021 voicemail from Bob Sajid. "I love you, Dave." Dave Coolier is sharing an audio hug, courtesy of the late Bob Saget. The Full House star, 64, ended an episode of his Full House Rewind podcast, released on Friday, by sharing an emotional, supportive voicemail that his former co-star left him in 2021. After Coolier's brother died by suicide, the actor explained that Sajid was the first person who called him to offer his support and love. In the voicemail, Sajid tells Coolier he is right here, 24/7. "I love you, Dave," Sajid says. "I'm so sorry, Dave. I loved him. I'm so sorry. So I'm here. I'm here 24/7. Just call me anytime. It doesn't have to be now. It can be a week, whenever. I could just talk to you and listen." He closes the voicemail by telling Coolier, "I love you so much." Sajid, who played patriarch Danny Tanner on Full House opposite Coolier's Joey Gladstone, died in 2022 from head trauma. Authorities concluded that he accidentally hit the back of his head on something, thought nothing of it, and went to sleep, his publicist said at the time. Full House cast cries remembering Bob Sajid 2 years after his death. On his podcast, Coolier recalled that Sajid was the biggest hugger I ever knew, and he urged listeners to pass along the same kind of compassion to others that was on display in the voicemail. "Don't miss an opportunity to tell the people you care about that you love them," he said. Coolier's podcast is devoted to revisiting episodes of Full House, and the latest looked back at a storyline where Sajid's character, a widower, talks with his children about dating again after the death of their mother. To discuss the episode, Coolier sat down with Sajid's widow, Kelly Rizzo, who was married to the comedian from 2018 until his death in 2022. Earlier this year, she revealed she is now dating actor Breckin Meyer. Rizzo shared that the Full House episode had a lot of parallels to her own life, as she similarly spoke to Sajid's 3 children about dating again and received their blessing to do so. Bob Sajid's widow Kelly Rizzo addresses claims she moved on too quickly after his death. "They're like, Kelly, we want you to be happy," she said, adding that having a great relationship with Sajid's kids makes dealing with the grief a lot easier. Rizzo also remembered that when she started dating Saget, she was surprised to learn he was still close with his Full House co-stars and kept up with them in group chats. "He would show me, and it would be literally all of you guys on one group chat, and he would be like, 'Look, Full House is real. We all love each other. We're a real family.'" Before playing the voicemail, Coolier reflected that it was very emotional but cathartic to watch Sajid in an episode dealing with death and grief. Seeing Bob speak to the three girls about death was heart-wrenching, and not having ever seen this episode, I was blindsided by emotion, he said. Here was my friend and co-star talking to his girls about a parent who had passed away. It was art doing a weird imitation of life. In January, Coulier was joined by former Full House co-stars John Stamos, Jodie Sweetin, Candace Cameron Bure, and Andrea Barber to mark the 2-year anniversary of Sajid's death in a discussion shared on TikTok and Instagram. It almost gets weirder as time goes on, because I'm like, wow, it's been a long time since I've heard from Bob. Barber, who played Kimmy Gibbler on the show, said. And then I'm like, oh, it's so weird to have gone 2 years without getting a crazy long text from him or a neurotic phone call. If you or someone you know needs mental health resources and support, please call, text, or chat with the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, or visit 988lifeline.org for 24/7 access to free and confidential services. This article originally appeared on USA Today. Dave Coulier shares emotional voicemail from Bob Saget. Celebrity deaths of 2024. Stars we lost this year. Hollywood mourned many celebrities in 2024. Speed racer star Christian Oliver, born Christian Klepser, died at the age of 51 during a fatal plane crash on January 5. Oliver was traveling home from a Caribbean vacation with his 2 daughters, Medita and Anik, whom he shared with wife Jessica Klepser, on January 4. The aircraft had engine trouble and fell into the ocean. The plane's pilot also died on board in the accident. In addition to being an actor, Oliver was also a realtor at Beverly Hills Brokerage The Agency. Christian, Medita, and Anik, you will be missed. May you rest in peace, the agency founder Mauricio Umansky wrote in a social media tribute. My prayers are with you and your entire agency family. You are a great friend, father, husband, actor, and agent. You made us laugh, you care more than most. You are missed and loved. 4 days later, news broke that the cleaning lady star Aiden Canto had died at the age of 42. Aiden had a depth of spirit that few truly knew. Those who glimpsed it were changed forever, Canto's rep said in a statement, revealing the actor privately battled appendiceal cancer. He will be greatly missed by so many. Canto is survived by his wife, Stephanie Canto, and their 2 children, Roman and Eve. Keep scrolling to remember the stars who died in 2024.